Hey everybody, welcome to Hear Us Out. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Paul.
This time out, we're talking about the new Joaquin Phoenix film, The Joker, which is about to come out.
We do videos every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 p.m, and we have a quite an extensive library of videos already out there, so check them out. And like, subscribe, so hit that notification bell, and share out our stuff that you like.
Yeah, do all the YouTube things while you're waiting to watch Joker.
The Joker.
Comment down below if you can work out which accent that was supposed to be in.
I will message in the comments once everybody has had their guess in what accent I've been trying to do.
He's done it a few times now, and I've guessed wrong 3 times, and there aren't that many countries left that he could possibly be doing.
One more time. The Joker.
It's not what you're thinking. So if I was Joaquin Phoenix, I'd be quite proud of myself right now before this film's even been released. Mm-hmm. Because he was cast, it was announced, and everyone went, oh, we're like Jared Leto's the Joker right now, and it's not going well. Because there was a time, this all got announced at a time when Suicide Squad was the most recent Joker, and everybody's already forgotten. They think Heath Ledger was the last one. But we're not going to make it about the Joker necessarily, as in, DC's Joker. It's this film, because this Joker film looks like it could stand on its own. That's why I was positive with the first trailer, and I'm even more positive at the second trailer.
Yeah.
As the DC man in the room, how were you feeling though?
The first trailer, no.
You weren't so happy.
I was just like...
And I was surprised. He was unhappy, and I was like, why, Paul?
Yeah, because I was more into the weeds of this is not the Joker that I know from the comics that I've read and stuff. So in certain respects, there's elements there, that was the Joker-esque, but it wasn't like, it was, weird. Mm. So...
It felt uncomfortable at first for you.
Yeah, and then the second one came out, and I guess it tipped me towards the fence of like, okay, well, let's see where this is going.
I will allow this.
Yes, I will allow this.
And I guess for me, it was almost the exact opposite. I saw it and I was like, great. They're staying a million miles away from, really being like, okay, this is a Joker you're going to recognize. We're going to take some basic story points from a few places here and there. And you can't really tell exactly what they're going to do because there's only trailers. But I thought, okay, this is going to be safe. This is going to be safe where people aren't going to be able to get mad. And the minute I thought that, I think we all know what happens the minute you think no one on the internet's going to be mad about this. The internet was quite mad about some of it. Well, some of the internet was. I'm still not entirely sure why. Like, I understand the reasons, and I'm not judging anybody. Everybody entitled to your own opinion, your own feelings towards it. But I guess for me, I was like, surely you should all be really happy too, because the more versions of any character that we can have being told in different ways is really more closely resembles comic books than anything else. Mm-hmm. Because in the comics, you have multiple versions and variations and imaginings and representations of all the main characters.
Different writers, different artists and everything like that. I get your point. And I was probably one of those people from the internet going, well, let's not go that far, because a lot of people
You're not from the internet, you're from just over there.
I'm from the internet. He could pick me up on Craigslist. No, like
not
I think
the only site. Sorry,
I think I was part of the certain level of the internet.
Well, no, and I got where you were coming from. Yeah, you were cagey, I think.
Yeah, it was, and there was some level of it which was saying that that the first trailer was making that disability or that like mental disorders and stuff like that made criminals in this kind of sense.
Yeah, and I didn't get that from the trailer.
That was a level that I was just like, I'm not going to talk about it because, it's a trailer and you can misinterpret it or interpret it in any sense you want.
Yeah.
So let's see what the film is like for that level of stuff.
That's responsible, I think, yeah.
I was more just like, he doesn't seem that intelligent. He doesn't seem like the criminal mastermind that he might have become in this, and they're using too many elements that I like. As you said, I was the complete opposite. I was like, oh, they're using too many of the elements for my liking in kind of sense. And then the second trailer came out, and I was a little bit more calmer. But there's a point that we had a discussion about, which kind of summed up the whole thing. Which is, I'm really kind of glad that it's DC still trying to do their experimental ways.
Yeah. Now I remember for a minute there, I was like, you're not going to tell them about that thing I said. No, I'm on board with that. I like, Marvel, you're doing a great job. Awesome. It's good that there's another voice out there trying the different things. Because Joker, I know we haven't seen it yet, but I'm just going to go out on a limb and say, from the trailers, isn't going to be the same look and feel as Aquaman. I think there's going to be a bit of distance between these two movies. Yeah. And I think that's healthy. I think that's good. Similarly, Shazam, Wonder Woman, everything else. The idea that they're testing and feeling and open to being different, I think is a real positive.
Yeah, it is. It is balance the scales because, as we've said many times before, Marvel has found that formula.
They found their voice and their way, and they're going with it. And
they're turning them out and every single film that they want and stuff like that. So we even have a thing about should they slow down because they're turning out so much. But
we love them. We love them. Not to get confused anybody.
But having DC on the other scale going we'll have to try this out. It's not our usual kind of stuff, and the Joker is meant not to involve any of the superheroes or anything like that. It's meant to be its own self-contained story,
which is what I dig most about it.
So it's good. It's good that they're doing experiments. That's the one overarching positive thing that I've got from the trailers and everything and from this movie. The subject matter is another entirely thing I'm on the fence with.
And see, that's the thing, because I'm lucky enough. I have the benefit of having Paul to bounce this off and get a feel from, because you're more of the experts, a strange way to put it, but you're more closely connected to the original Joker character, the Joker character in his various comic and animated forms as well as his film forms. Whereas I know bits and pieces and I have my experiences, but I know as the more casual cinema goer, the Joker to them will be two people, usually, maybe three, but two people. It'll be Jack Nicholson, it'll be Heath Ledger. And this Joker looked so different from even though I know there are some story points that you can trace back to the comics or to an animated series origin or whatever it might be. This was far enough away that I'm like, cool. Because what I really want is there to be no Batman, and someday maybe even no Batman in a Batman film. And I'm going to pitch a film to you right now that I think it would be great if DC made it, called Bruce, or called Wayne, called whatever you want. But it's just about a really good detective who happens to be rich. You don't have to take this is the thing, people go, well, what's the point? You can use any part of a character's story or any aspect of them. If you have a good news story to tell off it, that's a good news story. I feel, I'm a big fan of The Crow, right? It's not everybody's cup of tea. It's mine. If somebody says, well, we're going to do a Crow thing, we're not going to call it The Crow. We're going to, Eric Draven's going to be a main character. Nobody's going to die in it, and it's not going to be represented. We're just taking these two things, but we're doing a completely different story. Go for it. Go for it. You're not hurting me by doing your own thing and taking a few things and making your own story.
Yeah.
And that's where I hope this Joker threads that line nicely. I think whatever they use, they don't try and pull too close back to the central DC universe or any DC universe for that matter. That's my take on it. I don't know what way it'll work out. But then I think we're all winners.
Yeah, we are, because we have so much of kind of the same thing over and over again that having this kind of angle on the whole thing. I was kind of thinking of trying to put that in a kind of more kind of elegant way, but I guess it is, since we've seen the Joker 3 times. Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, and
we also saw a really campy version back in the Campy 60s TV show.
That is true, yeah, actually. And then we've also seen multiple ones on if any of you have watched the DC animation series and stuff like that. You see many of them as well.
Brilliantly voiced by Mark Hamill.
Yeah. Then you've got a couple of other versions from, the Batman and then some of the other TV shows. So yeah, having this other aspect of a Joker kind of thing, and if done well, which is, it is an exciting thing.
Yeah.
Because as you said, this can open the door for other takes of storylines. Not to take it, but it could be a new the DC versions of a little bit more seriously of the What If series that Marvel are trying.
I see what you're saying.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, it could be the real live action one, which is exactly what I would like from Marvel with What If. That's a really good point. I hadn't thought of that.
Because if you could be just what if Joker was in the real world?
Yeah, which I think for any of these things is a great premise. It's, let's take it and let's see if we did try and apply this to the real world. Because most of the comic book stories, they're allegorical or in some way representative of something in society or the real world anyway. So doing the reverse and taking a character and going, well, what would it be like if this happened in the real world, or if this was? And the Joker is not a superpowered anything, so it was a perfect character.
Yeah.
Also a really good way of showing a mirror to society. If it's a good film. Now, if it turns out to be a terrible film, somebody's going to be watching this video going back, God, they were optimistic, weren't they?
Well,
I think it's going to be good. It's oh, well, no, they'll be, yeah, you're right. They'll be like, Paul was right to be cautious. Patrick's a bit of a gullible idiot.
I'm just cautious because my only thing is that I think that they're taking too much from the source material and playing around with it, that people like me and people to the more extreme side of the comic books won't be able to get it out of their head enough that,
Yeah, well, let's hope they do it with enough care that you're happy, and the people to the kind of extreme, that side of you, let's say, if I'm the representing, all of the people who know nothing to all of the people who know everything, the ones that are really, really die-hard, full-on encyclopedic knowledge of the Joker, if you can get close to making those people happy, then everybody from that side over will be absolutely ecstatic.
Yeah.
So, because they're going to be the hardest people to please in these things anyway.
You don't want to go too far that, because then you alienate that.
Well, exactly.
That's the only thing. So, I hope they get that perfect balance kind of thing. But as I said, a little bit. We
can't have nice things, people. That's my one plea to all of you out there that want to tear something down because it's not exactly what you would have done or what you would have liked them to do. You got to let everybody try as many things as possible, because we can't have nice things if we keep shooting them down before they ever get made, just because it's not perfectly our flavor.
Yeah.
I may not always get the right kind of ice cream, but I really, really, really want them to keep making different flavors, so eventually you'll find the one you want.
Which was my initial reaction to it, Scott. It's just like, I don't know why they're making... When I first saw the first trailer, I was like, I don't know why they're making this film.
Yeah, and which I was kind of surprised at, but I understood, because you weren't coming from a cynical place. You were coming from a place of love for the character and a real connection with so much knowledge of that character, which I think is great. Which is why I'm really hoping, if it's good, you'll end up liking it even more than me, probably. If they do it right, you should probably like it more, because you'll appreciate it that little bit more. True. It's like a good car movie. If we both go and see a really good car movie, if it's really good, I should probably appreciate it a little bit more, because I'm a crazy car nerd. So on that, let us know what you think. Let us know if you're happy, if you're scared, if you're part of the internet that now hates me for everything I've said. We'll send you a t-shirt with Paul's face on it going, Paul was right. We're getting those made up just in case, because someday
I'll be right.
cheap shot on my part. So thanks very much for watching. I've been Patrick.
And I've been Paul.
We've been Heroes Out, and we'll catch you next time.
See you later.